everybody, and welcome back to Jackie's Garden Spot. I am Jackie, growing in Zone 8B, Alabama. On today, we will look at what we're doing with our garden transformation, the progress that we are making. We will also drop some new seeds, and we will look at our seedling update. Come along, let's get started. Let's talk about our seedlings in the germination. So if we look at our onions, these were planted out maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. The germination is still occurring with some of them. Some of them have germinated. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen with this. It looks like I need to go in and plant out some more though, because they don't look very well to me. That's the other ones. These are the red grano onions. They don't look like they germinated very well. These are the Texas granos. These are the red creoles, and then the red globe south. So we didn't have very good germination at all there. So I'm going to do those over. The calendula is doing very well. Look at that. And then the spinach is coming along well. The Walla Walla onion we planted out maybe 2 weeks ago. No germination yet, but those onions do take a while before they germinate. So I'm not really worried yet about those, but I do know that I need to start some more onion. These are the giant mustard greens. As you can see, they are germinating. And then the romaine lettuce is not doing anything yet. The gourmet lettuce is doing beautiful. It's germinating and coming along. These are our sugar snap peas that I started. They're doing well. And then the giant Caesar that's starting to germinate there. The little Jim romaine is doing well. And then looking at all of the seedlings in here, we're going to go through this. Let me unzip these little baskets that they're in, and we'll come back. Okay, in this germination basket, we have some turnips. They're looking okay. They're getting eaten up a little bit, and some didn't germinate here and there, but for the most part, it looks like the ones that did germinate, they are on their way and doing well. And then we have this rack right here. We have, looks like the cabbage that's coming up very good, yellow cabbage, and then the all-season cabbage. We have germination here and here. So the germination is doing good there. I think that I need to come in and up pot some of this. This is the Green Express cabbage in here. It's doing well. The magic broccoli, green magic broccoli is doing well. This is the Desico broccoli. It's doing well. And then the collard trees, collard green trees, they're doing well. Look at that, guys. Very good. The Brussels sprouts aren't coming along very well, but I think I did another tray of Brussels sprouts. I think this is an onion and not a Brussels sprout right here. I think that's a Brussels sprout peeping up, but no germination in those four. So we'll see. This is a tree collard that's leaning over. It may be time to up pot it or plant it out. And then we have some, what's over here? That's the Georgia collards. They're doing beautiful. See that? And so let's go to the other basket and show you what else is germinating in these baskets. This was the first round of fall crops that you and I planted out together. We seeded out together. So this is broccoli. And of course, as you can see, we have a little bug pressure there, but they're coming along nicely. These need to be up potted here, and I'll probably get to that today. But this is some more green magic broccoli, some purple top turnips, and some bulldog collards that did not germinate there. I don't know what happened, but anyway, that's that. We have some celery in there that you can see, and then I don't know what this is, some volunteer plant, because it's surely not celery. And then we have some what is this called? The golden acre cabbage in here. See that? Looking very good. And then back here, let's see what we have. Okay, we have some soprano giant cabbage that's germinating and coming along. And we have the Alyssa Craig onions there. Looks like they're coming along. I thought I had all of the onions together, but maybe that was an afterthought of planting that. And then we have some Brussels sprouts here. Little bug pressure there, but they're coming along beautifully. And then we have some cauliflower back there, guys, some spinach that didn't come up. And what is this way back here? These are collards. I don't know what kind, but collards, probably Georgia Southern, but they're coming along beautifully. And I will need to go in. Yeah, I definitely need to up pot these today. And then this is the cheddar cauliflower that needs to be up potted. Some dahlia. Got a few dahlias that's coming up. Very good. And then we have some, look like black seeded Simpson lettuce that I need to up pot. Some spinach that did not germinate. And what is romaine lettuce? One of them germinated. This is calendula that I need to go in and up pot. That calendula is doing very well. And of course, I think I told you I'm going to make some creams and some oils from that calendula. They'll be nice gifts to give away during the holiday season. And then the yellow round, I think that's round lettuce we have right there. So looks like, and then more turnips planted in here. They're coming along very well. They've been up potted. See those size pots? They have been up potted. I think next week I will start to plant out some of these that are ready to go out into the bigger garden. I think that they'll do very well. Considering the bug pressure, I have to keep a watch on that because the bugs are going to be everywhere anyway. Okay, so that's the seedling update. And then this is the side of the greenhouse that I need to do an update on. I told you, I think the last time we met here, I told you that I was going to bring you back as soon as I clean up this side and show you what happened and what we decided to do with it. Well, right in this area, we had the strawberry little wooden crate. Well, that crate or that grow box, it disintegrated because, of course, as you know, wood does not stand up very long. So that wood did deteriorate, and we took it down and we just put down some more soil, smoothed it out, and I came in and put down the mulch for the season, and this is called Straw Boss from Tractor and Supply. It was suggested by the Yellow Door Urban Homestead Asia. This is what she uses to insulate in her garden to keep the moistness in. So we decided to try this instead of the regular wood mulch that we normally do every year, just to see how it would work out. And of course, you see the comfrey, and then the comfrey that we replanted because we had so much. The strawberries are still there, and I'm sure that they, once they get their hold from being transplanted, that they're going to do well and keep spreading. The carrots are still doing beautifully, growing, and we will have some more carrots because I'm just going to keep putting carrots in this area throughout the season, just putting down my soil amendments, putting carrots here because carrots do well on this side of the greenhouse. We have one calendula that's on its way and growing. And then talking about the moringa, look at that moringa still coming out, guys. So I'm going to allow it to do that. We did lose the big moringa tree, and so the side shoot grew from that. I am just happy to see it, and I hope that we'll be able to get another tree from that. So that's the update on the side of the greenhouse garden here. So let's talk about this big side of the garden, which is an absolute mess right now. Look here. Awful. But it'll come together. This is just part of the clean out process that every garden goes through during this time of the year, because all of us are cleaning out. We're getting ready for the fall, and it's not a pretty sight when you're cleaning out everything and trying to get ready for the fall. The bug pressure is high during the months of July and August here in my zone. I'm sure it's in everybody's zone right now, but you'll continuously see those bugs and all of that. And so you're working with that and against that and trying to keep your garden healthy. And look at the corn, it's not healthy. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to pan on over here to where I started a succession planting of cucumbers some weeks ago. And it looks like they're coming along. They got a little mildew looking stuff right there that I'm going to come in and spray and treat for disease, just to be as a safeguard to hopefully we'll get some more cucumbers this season before the winter sets in on us. And then look at the ginger and the turmeric. It's coming along well. Looks like we got some blood pressure there, but hey, we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine with that turmeric. That ginger is doing well. That shampoo ginger is doing well. That's the muscadine vine that's still growing and going on. Hopefully we'll get some muscadines next year. And then our Egyptian walking onion and our regular green onion is all mixed in there. That fish pepper, I don't know if it's going to make it. I told you that before. We'll probably have to try that again. However, the Sugar Rush peach peppers here, they are blooming. So maybe we'll get to taste some of those this year. They are blooming. We got one little one. Uh-oh. Can you see that? Got one little one right there. So hopefully we'll get to taste that. And look at the peanuts. They are showing out. They are beautiful. I can't wait to taste those. Wonder what's forming on underground. That's always a guess, huh? What's going on? Are we gonna have enough peanuts? Are we gonna have any peanuts? Are we gonna have a good harvest of peanuts? That's the thought process. And then look at that comfrey back there. So I'm researching how to make comfrey salve along with calendula salve. So hopefully we'll be in the kitchen soon and I'll show you what we come up with there. And then these are what's called bird's eye peppers, African bird's eye peppers that I started. I may need to move it into a grow box, or I ordered a green stock that I need to show you guys too. That's the surprise. But anyway, with this African bird's eye pepper, it is said that this particular pepper will ward off any cancer in the body. So that's why I'm growing that, just to see, and a safeguard, right? So I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Well, I am a doctor, but an educational doctor, not a medical doctor. But we'll see. We'll see. Always interesting. And then let's move on over to the peppers here. The peppers, I'm leaving these peppers right now only for family members and friends that keep telling me, don't pull the peppers, I want some peppers. Well, I hope they come on and get these peppers, because I'm ready to get my garden, my fall things planted out. So that's why I'm leaving the peppers here. I'm still going to be pulling some each day here and there, but these bell peppers are absolutely gorgeous though. So I don't want to pull those. Look at that. They're very big peppers. Look at the leaves folding up though. So I need to come in and water those, the shishito peppers. So yeah, they look very good. These are the Anaheims, and of course the cayennes that we can always use. But the little jalapeno peppers are looking sort of pitiful. I don't know if I need to fertilize it, leave it, pull it. I don't know. That's just something I'm going to see. But I'm going to wait on family and friends that want them to come on by and get what they want. As you can see, I haven't even been harvesting. I need to come in and harvest some of it. I just haven't. But they're looking good. Look at that. That's some more bell peppers. They're looking good. That one's red, has turned, the color has turned on it. So it's looking very well. Very good. And look at all of the banana peppers. I was worried that I wouldn't have enough banana peppers, and look at all those peppers. So I will come in and harvest those and then call my family members and let them know that your peppers are ready. Yay. And then let's move on to the corn. So the corn is not looking healthy at all. I don't know. It's not the same type of corn that I planted. It's not the regular sweet corn that I planted. This from the beginning of the spring month. This is called the Zanandu. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Zanandu sweet corn. And I don't know about the growing pattern. This is my first time trying it, and I just decided to try it and see what happens. But from looking, I don't know. I really don't know. It looks like something is trying to form there. You see that? But it's not very big. I don't know whether the disease got to it because of the time of the year that it was planted. I don't know. I'm going to leave it and keep watering it and keep fertilizing it because corn is a very heavy feeder. So I am going to keep fertilizing and keep growing it just to see what happens. It's an experiment. I don't know whether we'll be eating any of this though. So yeah, that's the corn update. Okay, and then let's move on over to, well, let's move over to our sweet potatoes first. So I had a few crates left, and this is all a part of the transformation, guys. I had a few crates left, so what I did was I moved the sweet potato bags over on top of the crates to give them a little air and to get them out of the way, and to get them closer to the garden, so to speak. So look at those leaves, though. It looks like they're doing better. The deer are not as apt to come over here and eat the leaves up. So the leaves are doing better. They're looking better. I'm going to come in and do a deep water and fertilizer on those today as well. But look, we got some new leaves forming. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll be okay with this sweet potato harvest this year. Hopefully we'll be okay. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best with that. We'll see. And then let's move over to our melons that's just growing out of sight. Look at these lemon melon, guys. Yay. And that is the biggest one over there. But look at the little ones forming here. And look at all of the blooms. So I'm sure that we'll get another harvest of melons. I don't know how many, but we will get a harvest. Looking good. And then I think this is our honeydew melon. Yep, it is. Our honeydew melon vine. It seems to be growing on. Blooms are there. So that's a promise that we will have some honeydews. And then this is our collective former melon vine. We have one bloom there. So I don't know. Maybe we will. And then our sugar baby watermelon. Those normally take off and grow, but I think because our weather has been just a little unpredictable, I don't know, it's probably slowing it down. That's the black diamond one. So it's probably slowing down some of the growth processes, but that lemon melon is on its way. Then moving on up to our banana tree. It's still growing and going. As I told you before, I'm not going to do anything to it. So this is indeed the update of the garden. It's looking bad to me right now. It's looking bad, guys. But it is what it is. And of course, at this channel, as I said, it is what it is. And that's what we have here. That's what we have. And hey, hopefully when I plan out, I will do a better job and it will be looking good again. But right now, this is it. This is what we have. This is what we're working with. I wanted to bring you in and show you how I'm going to up pot today. So I'm working with the turnips because they seem like they are just about to come out of these little trays. And these trays are by Bootstrap Farmer. So the Bootstrap Farmer trays that I found, it makes it a little easier for all of the soil to come out without disturbing the roots so much of any of your starts. So I'm going to start with that and show you exactly how I'm going to up pot these today. And I'm going to mark it, let's just say here, since I have these 6-cell trays. And that's going to be 2 plants. So I'm going to kind of tease that root system apart. And I just make a dip in the middle and stick it down in there and then push that soil back over. so that I'm not disturbing that root system as much. Again, here, just a dip, put it down in there and push it down to make contact. That's 2 that's planted in. This is going to be 3. And with this one, since it's 1, I'm not disturbing that root system at all. I'm just going to come in, make my dip, and plop it down in there. And it should go ahead and keep growing. With this one, it's 1. It looks like it's 2, but it's just 1. That's some weed. Pop it down in there so that it can keep growing. Again, and it should be fine. This is another one. This was the only one that germinated in that whole cell, but it'll be fine. I'm going to use it anyway. Again, I'm going to make a hole that's deep enough and pop it down in there. And as you can see, I'm not really disturbing the root system. I'm just pushing it down in there so that it can still keep growing. Putting those aside. This is another one. Oh, that's a bigger one. Can you see that, guys? Yeah. Again, plopping it down in here so that it can keep going. And that's one with 2. So I'll just kind of break that root system apart gently. As long as I got some roots there, I think I'm fine. Plop it down in there. Another one. And this is the last one. Okay. And that's how I up pot. So as I'm finishing up here, I'll come back on and show you what we ended up with. So this is what we repotted. We repotted some cheddar cauliflower, the collards, the purple top turnips, the green magic broccoli, and the cheddar cauliflower. Those are the things that we repotted. And so I'm going to come in now and add a very diluted alpaca tea to the bottom of the tray here that you can see. Hopefully you can see that. Let me show you. And then, so this is what I'm talking about. It's alpaca poo. And I purchased this off Amazon. That's the way it looks inside. And she calls them magic beans. It's said that alpaca tea gives 7 times the amount of fertilizer and nutrients to your garden than any other fertilizer does. So I'm going to try this out, and I've already diluted it. Let me show you that part. So this has been sitting here overnight, and I just put it in a little tea bag, and I'm going to water from the bottom to give the greens all of the nutrients that they will need to thrive and survive, or the brassicas, so to speak, all of the nutrients that they will need. And we'll see if this works out. Hopefully you can see the tray. So I'm going to be planting out some more onions today, just to guarantee that we will get some. I'm first going to start with the onion Alyssa Greg. That's going here. think you can see that. And so I'm going to just go ahead and pour these out. I think I'm going to do 2 per tray. Well, first, let me show you how. Okay, I'm going to do this depth. You see the tip of that pen? I'm just going to mash it down, the soil down to that depth of a hole in order to grow the onions, because what I am learning is that you don't have to plant these too deep because they are very small seeds. So I'm going to come in and do that just to the tip and plant those seeds there. And I'm doing 2 per hole. Okay, and that takes care of the Alyssa onions. Well, you know what? I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm just going to do 1 tray of those. I was thinking that I would want to do more than 1 tray, but I'm just going to do 1 tray. I'm going to come in and fill up that hole. And those are off and running. The next ones are going to be the red grano onions. And I'm coming right below that tray to this little tray here. And put those in there. But what I'm going to do for these is 2 trays. And I'm doing 2 trays because we eat a lot of red onion here in my family. So do plant according to what your family eats. I know that we do a lot of red onion, a lot of bunching onion. So I'm always going to plant over the amount of red onion and bunching onion that I actually need. And then the ones that we don't use, I just share it with family members. Okay, and that's all of the grano red that I'm going to plant today. And the good thing about this is that we don't get our cold snap until maybe, I think it's the first week of November. November the 7th, if I'm not mistaken, is when we get our first, well, our estimated first cold snap. So these absolutely have time to get started here. And they should be on their way by then. I'm just covering up those seeds. And then we're moving on. And I'm going to put that right there. I probably need to make another one so that I don't confuse myself. Hold on, let me do that. That's red grano. Just going to put that one right there. Hopefully you can see that. So then I'm going to move on to this tray right here next. And with that particular tray, I think I'm going to do the Red South Globe. Put that one there. And again, I'm coming in and making my little divots in the soil for that. I'm trying to do 2 per hole. That should do that one. And I'm coming back in and filling in that hole. Okay, I think you get the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm going to go on through and show you what else I'm going to plant out, and then I'll plant those out and we'll be right back with you. So let me show you that right quick. The other ones that I'm planting out today are the Texas early grano onion, the white sweet Spanish onion, the yellow sweet Spanish onion, and the white Creole onion. I'm gonna do those 4, and then we'll be back because I still need to show you. I haven't forgotten that I still need to show you our surprise. So hold tight. So if you've been with me for a while, then you know that during Mother's Day, last Mother's Day, I gifted my mom a green stalk, and she's been having so much fun with it, guys. She's been having a blast with it. So they came out with this new color, this purple color. I think it's called some type of berry. I absolutely love it. So I gifted myself this one. They will have another sale going on in, I think, the first week of October. So if you would like a green stalk, that would be the time to purchase your green stalk. I caught the Labor Day sale, so I got a nice discount on this one. It's absolutely nice. Um, I won't be planting in it. I already put my soil and the amendments in there, but I won't start planting in it. I did get the spinner to it, and I won't start planting in it until maybe October or November when it cools off some, because right now inside of my greenhouse is a sauna. So I do plan to grow in it during the winter months, and there's the spout that spills out to it. I'm going to get a tray for that excess water to spill out into, so that it won't just flood out my greenhouse here. But I absolutely love this particular green stalk. Let me give you a bigger view of it. And so I plan to plant in that, as well as this existing grow box that was gifted to me from my mom. I am back on the fishing deck in my safe place, in my happy zone, as well as in the garden. That's another happy zone for me. But until the next time, guys, be well and be blessed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see more content from me. Bye, guys.